Hello everyone, welcome back. Savage is here, coming back with a new part of What If Deku Was a Ghost. Now, where we last left off, Midoriya have managed to defeat Technus after getting, well, as Technus said, a new drip on him, and managed to hack him out of the system of UA using a virus that he made for Technus. In the end, he flew out of UA after stopping the robots from going on a mad rampage and saving all the students and the teacher. Which, in the middle of the air, he just decided to show off for goddamn no reason and just throw an energy ball into the air, which caused an explosion to make a little light show. Either way, after he flew back into his home, he slept. And before we get right into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's just get right into it. Midoriya's alarm clock just goes off before a laser just hitting the alarm clock. And Midoriya that right now sleeping on the ceiling of his room, saying 5 more minutes. Well, wait, actually, as Izuku just, looking at the alarm clock saying, did I just shoot it? I'll get a new one later. Either way, Izuku standing, can I say up, because right now he's like upside down on the ceiling of his room, so Izuku stand down from the ceiling before floating down for his, feet touch the ground. And right now he's just looking into himself in the mirror before, using his stretching ability to stretch his body parts and just grabbing some, perfume, his clothes, all of that, looking into himself in the mirror, floating upside down before taking his head off and just putting it on the table to make his hair look decent. After which, Izuku just putting his head back in its place, and he said, looking good, as he taken his phone with him, while chuckling to himself saying, when will they figure this one out? As Izuku was about to go out of his room before Inko from the other side saying, Midoriya, wake up as Izuku just opening his door of his room saying, I'm awake, and I'm already ready, as Inko said, you're already ready? As Izuku said, yep, I'm good. As he just comes on the table, taking a sandwich and said, thanks mom, see you around, bye. As Inko said to herself that, when did Midoriya suddenly became so happy again? I mean, last night he was quite the sad person. And now today he's all cheered up. So she's quite weirding out by it, but she's a mother, she won't gonna question why her son is happy. Regardless of which, Midoriya right now walking towards UA, still looking at his phone while walking. And when I say looking at his phone, it's just something so funny on his phone that he just cannot keep his laughter. He just continued chuckling to himself about it, saying, no wonder they calling me a villain. Man, I'm a very bad person. I'm really downright bad. Who cares? I mean, what am I talking about? They're gonna want my head for this one. After Midoriya just chuckling to himself, in the end decided to, finally arrive at UA quite sooner than anybody else. Except May, that was, May, she's the first ever person that always show up to the class. After all, she have priorities with her babies. Regardless of which, Izuku seeing her in the class, telling her good morning and all of that, changing his outfit into, the support course outfit. While May working on her death robot machine, Izuku just sitting on his, chair, putting his legs on his table, just staring into his phone, continues chuckling to himself. With the rest of the students finally arriving, they are just doing their own thing with Power Loader, seeing everyone doing good job, except that Midoriya is just, slacking off. Which is quite a weird thing to say about Midoriya. Regardless, he coming closer saying, Midoriya, as Izuku just chuckling. As Power Loader said, Midoriya, can I? Oh, yeah, Power Loader? As Power Loader said, why don't you help me? As Izuku said, do I look like I want an explosion in my face? I mean, she's your partner, aren't you supposed to help her? Don't you have any projects to work on by yourself? what about the outfit of... Already done. I already made the outfit of Class 1A Katsuki Bakugo. Mei does not need my help because she said that she wants to, well, work on herself alone. As Izuku just grabbing a wrench and throwing it on Mei, with Mei capturing it, saying, "Thanks." As Izuku said, and besides, she just asking me to, well, pass her things, so we're doing a good job as a team. As, well, Power Loader said, well, can you get your feet off of the table? As Izuku said, I mean, am I annoying anybody? I'm just, chuckling to myself, so I don't think that I'm annoying anybody. As Power Loader said, yes, but as Izuku just, well, stopped leaning on his chair before standing up, putting his hand on Power Loader, well, shoulder, saying, "Come on, Power, just chill. It's just a school day, nothing important is happening. I have more important things to work on, so please just leave me do what I want, alright?" As Izuku just throwing another wrench to Mei, with Mei saying thanks. With Power Loader, well, quite wondering, saying, are you okay, because you feel quite different. As Izuku said, different? What the hell are you talking about? I'm perfectly fine. In fact, I'm feeling better than ever. So, just leave me and Mei doing our work, right, Mei? As Mei said, he's right, we're good here, so no need to worry about us. As, well, she said, the drill? As Izuku just throwing her a drill. With Power Loader just walking away, quite confused of what suddenly gone over Midoriya. With him noticing that Midoriya just continued to slack off, which is still weird to say out loud for Midoriya. Regardless, suddenly the door of the support course just opened up, revealing an angry Katsuki Bakugo busting in, saying, "Deku!" As Izuku just stopped looking at his phone, saying, I was wondering when he's gonna show up. Does he like the addition that I did to his outfit? As Bakugo starts walking and saying, "Where's that green broccoli's head?" As Izuku said, "You are looking for me, Gachan?" As Bakugo said, "First of all, stop calling me that, and second of all, are you the person that did this to my outfit?" As Izuku said, "Well, I mean, I do not see anybody else here that knows how much you are an angry Pomeranian, so..." As Bakugo just, "When did you suddenly got yourself a backbone, you broccoli-head idiot?" As Izuku said, "Well, since the time that you suddenly started becoming less and less of an annoyance and just became suddenly an angry dog." As Bog just absolutely furious, yet he said, "Listen here, you little annoying bookworm." As Izuku said, "Yep, I'm listening, you can talk. And stop, screaming so much. My ears are already cannot handle enough of the sound of metal hitting against, a hammer." As Bug said, "You really want to die today, don't you?" As Izuku said, "Come on, kill me already. I'm already dead enough." As Bug said, "Fucking God." As Bug just leaving him, saying, "Regardless, so you are the one that did this to my outfit, didn't you?" As Izuku said, "Oh, keeping your composure. That's a new thing. Did your teacher taught you about that?" As Bug said, "Are you the person that did this to my outfit?" As Izuku said, "Yep, it's me." As Bug said, "Well, I have two things to say to you, Deku. I fucking love it. God damn, when did you suddenly got the idea of putting a Gatling gun on my shoulder? Not only that, I love the number 1 on the side of the chest here." As Izuku said, "I thought that you'll love it." As Bug said, "I mean, just look at me, I'm fucking rocking this outfit on. I don't say it too much often, but thanks. You gotta keep that in your mind. I hope don't just get used to it, understood? And I was wondering if you can give me more of these things on." As he just giving him a list with Izuku said, "Yeah, you got it." As Bug said, "Alright, I have some training to do, so bye." As well, Bug just left the room with Midoriya saying in his head, "I was expecting at least 2 or 3 explosions to be thrown, but just screaming? That's a very new thing." As Midoriya just looking at the list before literally just ripping it apart and throwing it in the trash can, saying, "Do it yourself, I'm not your stupid maid or something." As he just sitting back on his chair, leaning and continue chuckling to himself while looking on his phone. With everyone quite weirding out by by what happened just now. At first, he's slacking. Second, he's suddenly holding himself in an argument against Baku. And third, Baku just thanking him. Mei herself thought that Midoriya hates that asshole or that asshole hate Midoriya, but that's quite weird. And Power Loader is not even understanding what the hell is happening. Like Midoriya, every day that Midoriya shows into class, he's suddenly having another personality. At first, he was a sad, shy person, and the second day, he's suddenly all energetic and just like Mei. Third day, which is today, he's right now just slacking off, all laughing. It's just quite weird for a teacher in his position. Which, after quite 2 hours, the lunchtime have came, and Midoriya and Mei just gone to the lunch or the cafeteria to eat their lunch. However, on another side in UA, with Principal Nezu, that's right now talking with All Might, he said, "So, about that ghost child," as All Might said, "Don't you mean Phantom, or was it Spectra Phantom?" As Principal Nezu said, "Yes, Spectra Phantom." As, well, All Might said, "What do you think about him?" As Principal Nezu said, "I mean, I don't really know. He saved us all. Yes, but I still don't understand one thing. He's literally uncatchable, and those ghosts that's running around the city, they are just as uncatchable as him. I really start wondering if what we are dealing with is something that outside of normal quirked villains." Beside what he said, do you remember what he said? As All Might said, "Yeah, I remember what he said." As Principal Nezu continues, he said something like, "As long as there is ghosts running in the town, I will not allow you to capture me." I don't think that he's simply just a vigilante. As All Might said, "I don't think that too. Because when I saw him, when I heard his words, they weren't just words of a child, they were words that's filled with guilt and responsibility. I don't know what's with him, but whatever it is, he's not quite what we think he is." As Principal Nezu said, "Yes. I tried to contact the Hero Safety Commission in order for us to try talk with him. Maybe if we understood him, maybe we'll have a quite understanding of these ghost attacks. That will gonna allow us to prepare if anything like that happened again. The only hard part of this plan is to talk with him, because I'm sure you already know how the public is all up on him." As All Might said, "Yeah, I know. We should talk with the police about that death sentence thing." As Principal Nezu said, "Yeah, I'll try contacting with some of the people that I know. You can go now, All Might. I just needed your thoughts. What do you think about him? Do you think that he's a hero, a villain, or just a misunderstood child?" As All Might thinking to himself, saying, "To be honest with you, I don't quite know. At first he seemed like a child that just plays hero, but now last day he just seemed different. Like he had something on his shoulders. A burden that he's carrying. Whatever that burden is, I don't just think that he's a child anymore. We may call him the ghost child, but there is more to him than what meets the eye." As Principal Nezu is just, well, understanding what All Might's saying, as he told him to leave the class, or the office. After all, he have a class to teach today. Which, afterwise, Principal Nezu just looking into his computer, trying to, look into his files and to see if Technus have left anything, if any, evidence has been left behind, and trying to contact the Hero Safety Commission too. However, when he's looking at his computer, he see all his desktop just all erased. His files, his numbers, UA codes, quirks, students' names, ages, favorite thing, his own quirk, the security system, the codes, all of that just suddenly off, nothing left. As Principal Nezu said, what the? Where's all the files? Wait, that Technus, it couldn't... Wait a minute, no, wait a minute. Who's the person that touched my laptop other than that Technus? As he remember, as he said, that ghost child? And right now in the cafeteria with Midori just eating his food, still chuckling by looking at his phone screens, flipping through the files of UA saying, oh man, I'm just downright bad for doing this. I seriously stole all what Principal Nezu have. I mean... yeah, too much for trying to be a good person, am I right? As right now, well, May tried to look into Midoriya's phone, but Midori just said, that's mine, you don't look. As May said, come on, let me see. As Izuku said, nope, that's my little secret. As Izuku putting his phone away. After eating the lunch and all of that, and completing some of the, well, the projects that they have, with Baku doing his own little heroes versus villains training, Izuku left the school, walking back not to his home but to, well, I mean, his castle, or abandoned castle. As before he enters the main door, he decided to, well, hide the castle by simply destroying the front entrance, making the castle collapse on itself, basically throwing rocks at it, covering it with dirt, everything, making it unable to be entered by any human. And I said any human, but I didn't say ghosts. Just to make sure that nobody will ever find it, Izuku's just float into the, well, into the rubble, which is in the end managed to get him inside the castle. As he said, alright, like this, nobody will ever manage to enter this place, except those that are ghosts. Which is a very good thing. I mean, how many peoples in the world are half ghosts? Either way, Izuku walks down into his lab. After stealing, and let me repeat myself, maybe you didn't heard, because the crimes that Midoriya is committing are just piling over. He stole not only Principal Nezu's files, but a lot of pieces of the zero pointers and robots, and don't forget the support the support course projects. Some of them, of course, not all of them. Which is, after just grabbing all that scrap metal and all of these little gadgets, Izuku just put them in his lap saying, well, that's good. I mean, I need them more than you guys, sorry. Oh, and if you're wondering how Midoriya carried all that crap with him, he basically threw it all inside a giant garbage can and just float with it into the castle. Which is, Midoriya of course didn't have any hard time carrying, since he's a ghost, he doesn't get affected by gravity, meaning that he can carry anything without even feeling its weight. So simply he just carried it with no sweat, invisible in the middle of the air so nobody can see him, duh. Regardless, Izuku started working on some projects to, well, trying designing more gadgets, more things that might help him in capturing ghosts. And one of them is a ghost detecting device. After all, he need to find the ghost before he hunts him. And he's still having on his mind that Desiree is somewhere out there, granting people wishes. And that's why he needs this device, to find her. Because she managed to snuck up on him, to snuck up on his ability to detect ghosts. As Izuku just, well, designing his new detecting ghost device, or DHI, which is just a name that I came up with. Regardless, Izuku, while he's working, his hands start shivering and said, alright, someone is here. As he turned around, turning into his ghost form, saying, show yourself, ectoplasmic freak. As suddenly, someone walking through the wall saying, well, you need to calm down there, my boy. As Izuku said, who are you? as the guy said, "I am the Dairy King. I was watching you for quite a while," as Izuku said, "Alright, then good for you," as Izuku lightening his hand and, well, ectoplasmic energy readying a blast saying, "Because it's your time to go back into the hellhole that you came out of." As, well, Izuku was about to fly on Dairy King to attack him, however, Dairy King just moving his staff in front of him, creating a giant piece of cheese to protect him, which is Midoriya just turn intangible and walk through it, before trying to throw a punch into the face of, well, Dairy King. However, Dairy King dodging his attack saying, "Now you're quite powerful, would you know? Please, I'm not here to fight you." As Izuku said, "Yeah, a lot of you said it before. The last ghost that I thought it was a nice lunch lady, it turned out to be a giant meat monster. And I'm not trying any luck here." As Izuku starts, well, going hamming on Dairy King while he's just defending himself. Literally, not even throwing a single attack, just making walls of cheese and just, well, protecting himself until Midoriya finally stopped attacking, noticing that Dairy King didn't attack a single time. Izuku said, "Alright, what do you want and what do you do in my castle?" As Dairy King said, "Your castle? I was the king of this castle before, haven't you saw the pictures on the wall? I am the Dairy King, the king of cheese and milks and all that comes out of cows." As Izuku said, "You are the Dairy King?" As, well, Izuku just flew out of the lab into the main room of the castle to see the photo of the Dairy King. As the Dairy King said, "Yep, that's me. Quite a handsome fella, wouldn't you say?" As Izuku said, "Oh, now I understand. So what, are you just haunting this place?" "Well, of course I do. I was here since the first time that you ever showed up. I was a bit shy to see you, however." As Izuku said, "So what do you want from me? I hope that you do not want some sort of money because I'm not renting this place." As the Dairy King said, "Oh, of course not. Of course not. I just wanted to know how long will you stay, and that you are welcome here to do whatever you want. Not all ghosts are bad, my boy." As Izuku said, "Stop calling me my boy. First of all, and second of all, well, alright then, as long as you don't cause me any trouble, I'm just using the lab. I have a ghost on that run and I need to hunt him down." As, well, Izuku just starts walking into the lab with Dairy King floating by his side saying, "So, since you are living in my castle, that makes you my knight." As Izuku said, "Your knight? Thanks, but no. I'm not any knight of any king. I have my own job to do and my own things to do. And besides, I'm not here to play. I have a responsibility." As the Dairy King said, "Responsibilities, responsibilities. You're still a child. You're still 16. Enjoy your life." As Izuku said, "I'll enjoy my life when I find that Desiree inside the thermist. God damn, that bitch took my powers away." As Dairy King said, "Well, I mean, fine then, by me, but if you ever want any suggestions or anybody to talk with, I'll be here, through the walls, always looking at you." As Izuku said, "That's creepy, but I believe it's, well, quite normal for a ghost, so do whatever you want. However, if I saw you terrify a single human, I will gonna throw you back into the ghost zone." "Well understood." As the Dairy King just disappears saying, "Remember to drink your milk, it's useful for your bones." As he just disappeared and Midoriya said, "My bones are fucking made out of ectoplasmic energy, you freak. How is milk gonna help me?" As he's just going back, working on his project. After done from creating the tracking device, he floats in the middle of the air, and right now it's nighttime, with Izuku floating up in the sky saying, "Alright, now first of all, let's see about this weird thing that's happening in the sky." As Izuku just flew up and up and up, going on the lever beyond the clouds. Right now he's just looking up saying, "Man, normally I would be terrified of this height, but I need to know, what is that green skies phenomenon that's happening in Japan? Every time that a ghost appears, the night before it, the sky just turns green. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that noticing it. As Izuku just waiting until 9 p.m., which is the time that normally the sky turns green at. As Izuku right now just looking, waiting, saying, come on, anything. And suddenly, a green light just manifested out of nowhere, and a ghost portal just appears. And from it, a little ectoplasmic creature just appears. And Izuku said, oh, so a portal open up every night? That's explain why ghosts are coming into the human world. The explosion of the lab the last time I was there. The first time I was there. Did it cause the ectoplasmic energy to fuse with the atmosphere, causing portals to open up? That will make sense, but still. Damn it, I'll have to find a way to close those portals. As Izuku seeing the little ghost trying to, well, run away, but Midoriya managed to capture him fairly quickly. It wasn't any significant challenge. Regardless, Izuku starts, well, noting, basically writing in his notebook saying, alright, so portals open up every 9 p.m. of each night. Allows at least one ghost to go through. What else? There, the atmosphere and the ectoplasmic have fused together. Alright, I think that's enough infos for one night. But now, I need to go back to my mother's house. Maybe that she'll be quite terrified if she found me lost all night like this. As well, Izuku tried to go back into his home, but suddenly he stopped in the middle of the air to look down in the middle of a park to see, well, a guy throwing a coin inside a fountain saying, man, I wish to have $1 million. As he just throws the coin before suddenly Desiree appear out of nowhere saying, your wishes is my command. As suddenly the sky literally start raining at him coins. As well, the guys start getting covered and covered and covered with coins until they start actually suffocating him. Before Midoriya seeing all of this, he just flew inside the pile of coins and just grabbed the guy going out. As he said, be careful of what you wish, you idiot. As the guy just starts running away in fear, with Midoriya looking into Desiree saying, of course, how did I not figure it out? A wishing ghost, of course, will be close by a fountain. As Desiree said, oh, so you got your ghost powers again. How fascinating. How did you manage to get them again, boy? As Izuku said, none of your business. As Izuku lightning on his fist. As he was going to attack, however, Desiree said, what can you do? Even if you have your ghost power, you cannot defeat me. I can do whatever I please. All what I need is someone to wish it. As Izuku said, wish it, huh? As Izuku just taking out his thermos before, well, Desiree trying to fly away, but Izuku said, hey, Desiree, I wish you inside this thermos. As Desiree said, what? Wait, no, I must obey. As, well, she started going to the thermos of Midoriya while saying, curse you, phantom. As Izuku just closing the thermos saying, man, if I was a bit more idiot, I would have just gone through the whole night fighting her, just throwing laser beams, and never thought of this. Well, good thing that I'm smart. As he spin around the thermos saying, thank you, mother. As he flew back into the castle before injecting Desiree inside the portal, and leaving and taking the thermos with him before going back into his home. As he said, I'm really start nailing this ghost stuff. Just captured 2 ghosts and having a theory on why portals are opening up? Things are really start looking up for me, aren't they? As he opening the door before his mother screaming at him saying, where were you, young man? You have been gone for about 4 hours and I was worried. And as she started going a lot about how Midoriya was, well, where was he all the night? And Midoriya saying in his mind, well, some things start looking up to me at least. As this will leave it off, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this part and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Savage was here.